Hey everybody, today I'm going to teach you how to play Potion Explosion. It's a 2 to 4 player game from Horrible Games and Cool Minis or Not. Basically the premise of the game is we're trying to brew the most potions and earn the most points. So let's take a look. What's in the box? So the first thing you're going to notice is your dispenser and your big bag of marbles. The dispenser requires some assembly. You can see here you actually have to bend the cardboard and put it together. It's fairly simple, and the great thing about it is there is an insert in the box. So the dispenser goes in just like that. You don't have to keep removing it, taking it apart. The marbles all fit in right in there. So along with a good setup, has a very good insert. You're also going to find 4 desk boards. Those look like these. 64 potions. There are 8 different kinds, and that are these 8 here. You'll have 21 little help tokens. Those are these guys. A first player marker. That's right here. And 15 skill tokens. Those are right there. And now I'm going to show you some things that I'll be using in this demo that actually aren't in the box. They're promotional items. First thing is this awesome play mat. It just helps with setup. I'll be using these are some skill tokens. The only difference, these are clear plastic ones, and they're sitting on these spots that show for game count. There's really no difference from these cardboard ones except for they're just a little bit nicer. And finally, I have these potions. If I can get a good view on them. These are also promotional potions that are the electric ones. So I'll go over these in case you do have them, but I probably won't use them in the game today. But I will be using these and the mat for setup purposes. So we're going to have to do a little bit more of a wide angle on this game because it does require a little bit bigger of a footprint to play. So I'll do my best to zoom in where I can and stop and show you. So on the setup, when you dump in all your marbles, as you see, they should be full down here and full up there. If you're not showing it, make sure you count your marbles. I believe there should be 20 of all 4 colors. They do give you an extra bag in case you lose some, or in my case I was missing a couple, so obviously you just get them out of the extra bag. So that's good. So for setup, right now I'm set up. We have 2 desks. We're set up for a 2-player game. So again, one of the reasons earlier I was saying that I like the mat for setup. Up here you can see that it shows you how many of these tokens you need for your player count. In a 2-player game, which we have here, it is 4. For a 3-player game, it would be 5 tokens, and for a 4-player game, it would be 6 tokens. So we are only going to need 4. So I'll count those out, set them up right here. Perfect. You do still take the extra ones and make a little pile on here. As you can see them on the board as well. They're probably more than we would need, but there is a way to get extra tokens after those 4 are gone, triggering the end of the game. So the other thing we would need is the first player token. We'll just go ahead and set it here with this person on the left. They can be the first player token. And the help, we can set those on this. We need some help. Alright, that brings us up to the potions now to start out the game. So I'm going to show the rulebook here and try to get as little glare on it as possible. As we said before, there are 8 potions in the game. In my case, we have 9 because I have that bonus promo potion. When you play, you actually play with 6 potions. So the game recommends on your first time to remove the Balm of Uttermost Stickiness and Filter of Lavamancing. So that'd be the green and the red here. So it recommends that you just play with these guys to start off. They're a little bit easier. so that's what we're going to do today. I will go through each potion and show you what they all do though, that way you know. So now that I've got my potions separated and they're kind of up at the top of the screen where you can see them, we need to do our starting potions because we have to start off. So the way we do that is we're going to grab some random starting potions. This one I can see has a star on it right there, so that was the starting one, so I grabbed that because it was on top. So I'll throw that down, and then we need 2 per player, so we're in a 2-player game, so I need 4 starting potions. So I'm just going to look through here quickly and see if I can find some with a star. There's one, here's another one, and here's one. So those will be our starting potions. So we take the rest of these potions and we just shuffle them up as best you can. So I'm going to get these shuffled up and on their starting spot, and then I'll show you how to select your potions to start. Okay, now that we've got that all set up, let me show you what we did. So I shuffled the potions that were remaining and separated them into 5 stacks as equal as possible. We separate them all with this potion side up, or the brewing side. The potion itself would be this color. One way to tell, aside from the bright colors, is this. It's a solid green, and this is a gray. That's how many points that the potion is worth. So we want them all to be this face up so we can tell what colors we're trying to get. So let's get that down and ready to go. So now for our starting, we have these with the stars on them. They're put out like this. The first player marker person would go first, so they would just draft one. Let's say they draft this one. The next person would draft twice. It goes in a snake order, so they would draft. Let's say they draft these 2. And then this person would get the leftover one. And so now that is set up and we are ready to get started. Alright, so let's get started with our first turn. This game does have a lot of different strategies and things you can do, so I will do my best to give you just kind of an overview of how to play and let you kind of figure those out on your own. But let's get started. So what you're trying to accomplish in this game is pulling out one of the marbles to cause an explosion and a chain reaction. The way you do that is 2 marbles of the same color clanking together. So there's, again, several different things you can do. A lot of the special abilities on the potions, you have the help, all those things, anything you want to do, you can do in any order you choose, which makes the game pretty great because you can kind of set up yourself for different things. So if I'm looking at my board here, I have 3 blues, 2 black, 2 red, and a yellow. So I want to try to get basically a multitude of colors, most of that being blue. There's a couple different options I have, and let me point them out on the board. So if I were to pull this red out right here, these would roll down, these 2 red would clank together, I would get those red, and then the blue would roll down and hit the yellow, and that would end the chain reactions. If I take this red out right here, this blue rolls into those, I would get all of the blues. So you get everything in that chain reaction. So there's other different kind of things that you can do, and that's what this teacher's help is for. You can take this, it's a negative 2 points at the end of the game, but I'm not focusing on that at all. It's a negative 2 points at the end of the game, but what happens is I can use that to set up different things. So I could just take one out if I wanted to. An example, like if I just wanted this yellow, I can take the yellow out for the help. Let me just show you that. So I'll take this 2 points. I'll take this yellow out. This will be my help. I don't get any chain reactions off help. So if this falls and it would have caused a chain reaction, I wouldn't get that. So I pulled this out. That's in my hand. For my turn, I'll take this black one, which causes the reds to roll down and hit each other. And then that stopped, no chain reactions. So I got all 4 of these on this turn. So the first thing you have to do is you have to place the colors into open ones. So if you have open ones, you have to place them. So I'm out. If I would have had any left over that I couldn't place, I could place up to 3 here. If I have any left over after that, I would throw them back in the top. They would roll down in the dispenser. So that would end that turn. Moves me over to the other turn. So on to this player. They have the exact same potion twice. Now, the reason they chose this probably to start with is to end the game and to get bonus points, you have to get certain criterias. So we want to get 3 of the same potion. So these are both the red tops here. Or you want to get 5 of different types. So I want to get as many of the same and as many different ones as I can, because what that does is that lets me get these right here, and that will trigger end game. So for this person's turn, we're going to want to get as many yellows as possible, also some red and some black. We don't really need any blue right now. So where is a good move where we can do that? Unfortunately, I don't see any great moves there, but I do want to take out, I'm going to try some luck. And we're going to take out this blue, which hits these 2 yellows, which hits these, oops, set those there, these 3 blues. And unfortunately, nothing rolled down that would help me out to get any black to hit. So I would take these and put them there. I do not have room for this one, so throw them back in the top, and in he goes. And that would be the turn for that person. And then it would go back over to the other person. Alright, so back over to the first player's turn. Ideally, I'd like to get 3 blues and a black to fill both my potions in one turn. I've already sitting on a -2 points, so, you know, do I want to do that this early in the game? I think not. There's probably a way that I could get a pretty good move, but what I'm going to do is play it pretty safe. I'm going to grab this blue. These 2 blues are going to clank together, and then I get these. So I have filled 1 potion, so that's great news. So what I do here is take this, dump these back in, take this potion, flip it over to the other side, and put it underneath my desk here. So that is a finished potion. Hopefully you can see up at the top here, this marble got stuck. It says in the rules, if a marble gets stuck, you just knock it to one side or the other, whichever one is closest, and empty. This is already full, so I'm just going to knock it over 1 space, and down that would go. So that's that. Now, this is finished, and I can immediately drink it if I want to. Because of what this potion does, it's not going to benefit me right now. I'm not going to go into what everything does just yet, but I'm not going to drink it right this second. So to end my turn, what I have to do is grab another potion off of the stacks over here. So I think I want to stick with this type if I can, because it is a good type of potion. And I'm going to try to go for some points, because right now I have very low points. So I'm going to grab this one. It is 7 points. I'm going to put it on here. And now the turn goes back over there. So now for player 2's turn. We need to get some red, black, and yellow. We have a pool full of blue, which isn't helping us at all. So it looks like I can grab this one. The yellows hit. I get all the yellows. And then the reds hit. And I get all the reds. So we're going to go like this. Fill this in. and decide which ones I would like to keep. None of these are helping me right now for this turn, but I can, remember, in any order I want, take some help. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this 2 points, I'm going to grab this black, and I'm going to finish this one. So this one's finished. Put it down here, and then I'm going to decide which one I want to take, but before I do that I got to put these down here. So looking on here, I have 2 red tops already. If I could get this third red top, that's already a token over there to start ending the game. So that's exactly what I want to do. So on this board there are 3 blues, so let's just go ahead and keep those blues. Dump these back in. Remember, we have to move these over. And we are going to grab this one to end our turn. We don't want to drink this potion just yet. So, this player right now has 4 points minus 2, so 2. That player has 3 points minus 2 for 1. So let's see if we can get some big swing turns and some big combinations. Kind of show you guys how that works. As the game progresses, you'll find that it's pretty easy to get both potions filled in one turn. You know, you might have to use the help or the marbles or definitely your potions, but let's see if we can get that to happen. Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to contemplate a way. Is there a way that I can fill in both of these potions on this turn? Because that would be a lot of points. It would really be beneficial to me if I could get that done. So unfortunately, I am not seeing a great way to do it. Well, maybe. Let's try it this way. Here's one I just saw. So we're going to take a negative 2 points, and I'm going to grab this yellow out first. Okay? So again, nothing causes a chain reaction when you use the help or when you drink your potions. Only causes the explosions when you take it on your one turn. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this blue. We're going to see these black all come down and explode. The red are going to explode. So, see if this got me what I wanted to accomplish. And you're thinking, no, it did not get me what I wanted to accomplish. But actually, the good news is it did because of this potion. So let's talk about what this potion does. When you drink this potion, the way you drink it is you turn it upside down, or some people make you pretend like you drank it. You turn it upside down underneath the dust and signify that it has been drank. It lets you take any marbles that are in this spot and place them onto your potions, and they do not have to match the right color. So, I'm going to take these two, put them on there, and now I have finished both potions. So I flipped these over, and I have both those. I did have to take a -2 to do it, but I got 4 points here and 7 points there for it, so it was probably worth it. And now to end my turn, I would have to grab 2 more. I've already got 2 of these potions. I see one right here, and I definitely want that. And what else is out there that is fairly high points? Maybe that's something different, so I can start to get my 5 different ones too. Or if you know what the potions do, I might want to do that. So let's take a stop right now, and we will look at what each potion does. Alright, so I do have the book here, and I'm sorry I'm not going to hold it real steady, but I'm going to do my best. But the book has it laid out very well what each potion does. So we'll start with the purple, the potion of wisdom. If you have the purple and you drink it, you get to just take one out of the dispenser. No explosions are triggered. Like I said, no explosions are triggered on any of them. They are trying to signify that with these little symbols, kind of what each one does. So let me show you here. If I had a purple one, I drank it, I can just grab one out. It's basically the same thing as grabbing one of these, but without a -2 points. So, over to the red, the Elixir of Blind Love. Steal all the ingredients from one opponent's pool. So, if I had that on this player, and I drank it, I could take all of those blue ones and put them over here in my hand, and I would have those available for my turn. The black here, Potion of Magical Attraction. Take 2 adjacent ingredients of different colors from the same slide track of the dispenser. No explosions are triggered. So what that means is I could take 2 different colors, but they have to be on the same track. They can't be this way, they have to be this way. So I could take the yellow and the blue and the red and the black, the red and the yellow here. It doesn't matter, it has to be on the same track, and they have to be different colors. I could not take these 2 yellows, they are the same color. And again, that is signifying that with the different shades here. The one you saw me use, the Potion of Prismatic Joy. You can place all ingredients in your pool on any holes of your incomplete potions regardless of their color. So you guys saw me do that one just a minute ago. Abyssal Draft. Take up to 1 ingredient of each color from the bottom row of the dispenser slide tracks. You can only take 1 ingredient from each of the slide tracks. So that one is this guy here with kind of the skull bottle, and it again signified. So if it was like this and I drank it, right now I could take a blue, a red, and 1 of these blacks. I could not take all the colors. I'll just do this. This would be a better time to drink it because now I can take 1 of each color, and the black I get to choose which one I want. So that potion is very handy because you can get 4 at a time if you're really lucky. The Sands of Time activate and gain 1 potion that you've already used. So you drink that one and you can then use 1 that you've already done. So if I had the Sands of Time, I used it right now, I could use this one again because I've already used it. I couldn't do that one. I mean, it's the same thing, but I couldn't do it because I haven't used it yet. And the ones that we don't have in the game right now, the Balm of Uttermost Stickiness. Take 2 or more adjacent ingredients of the same color from the slide track of the dispenser. No explosions are triggered. So in this instance, I could take these 2 yellow, I could take these 3 red, because they are the same, 2 black, any of those. And this guy down here, Filter of Lavamancing. Discard up to 5 ingredients of 1 color from the same slide track of the dispenser back into the tank. No explosions are triggered again. So what that means is if I see that this person is going to have a big explosion and can maybe get all these red, and I don't want them to have red, I can drink that one and be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and do that. And get rid of them. You cannot ever do anything with the ones that are up here. You can see them, so you can kind of plan your next moves, but they do not. If something explodes while they're in there, they don't count. They have to roll all the way out for them to count. So that is those, and then finally I'll show you this one here. So this is the promo one. It's the electric one, and it comes with this here. Fulminating Serum. Discard 2 ingredients of your choice from the same slide track of the dispenser back into the tank. So you can just grab any 2 and get rid of them, which would be a real big help if I'm trying to, trigger a huge explosion. Say I need a lot of blue, I could get rid of these 2, and then on my turn pull that one, get all those blue, or I might want to get rid of these 2. Let's pretend that one wasn't there. But let's say I got rid of those 2, pulled the red, the yellows, then the black. And you could do something similar to that. Again, I did have to move a few of those around. But that is what all the potions do. So now that we know what all the potions do, let's jump back over to player 2 here. See if we can maybe complete these reds and get one of the markers up there to show you how we start to trigger the end of the game. So we need, again, I've messed up the board, but we need quite a few. Well, we have the blue. We need 3 black and a yellow to go with these blue. Is there a way we can get that done? There is, if we take a negative. So I can take this negative and grab this blue and pull the yellow and don't drop it. And then we get all these black. So we completed both of these, which was a great turn. Got 7 points, 4 points, 4 points. We have 2 -2s over here, so that one's negated. But what we did get is one of these. So we have now one of these, which is worth 4 points because we got 3 of the same color. So that gives us this. There's only 3 of those left to trigger the end of the game. So this part is a little bit confusing, so I'm going to hopefully not over explain it. You cannot get another one in red. So I cannot get another one of these for having, if I were to get 3 more of these. Okay? But if I get different colors, so if I get this one, this one, this one, and say I had this one, I now have 5 different ones, which also gives me one of these. And even though I've already used these 3 as a set, I can still use this set for 5 different ones. So that would give me a second one of these, and you will not be able to get 5 different ones again. So no matter how many more I got, you can only get the 5 different ones one time. So hopefully that explained that. So I can use this one as the 5 and as the 3, but I won't be able to get the 5 again. What I can do though, I can get this one and this one. Hopefully this isn't too hard to see on the video. And so now I've got 3 of the red, 3 of the purple, and 5 different ones would give me a third one of those tokens. Okay, so I tried to put that back as best as I could. Obviously I did forget to grab this person's potion at the end of that turn before I took this turn, so that was a little bit of an error, but obviously this is for demonstration purposes, so you understand what I was doing. So now the last thing we're going to talk about is triggering the end of the game again. So as I told you before, once all of these are gone, it would trigger the end of the game. Not these. These are extras, but all of these. So you would set aside however many, depending on how many your player count is. Remember, for a 2-player game it's 4, for a 3-player game it's 5, for a 4-player game it is 6, and those are set aside. Once that stack is depleted, however many it is, that triggers the end of the game. If the person that started, so if this person takes the last one of these, this person gets to go again. It is an equal turn order game. So if the person who started gets it first, the next person would get a chance to finish. If this person grabs the last one, the game ends right then, and this person does not get a chance to finish, or does not get a chance to take another turn. They get to finish their turn. The reason that there are more of these is because if somebody took the last one and you're playing like a 4-player game, or even this person takes the last one and another one, so let's say they complete a set of 3 and the set of 5 with the same one, they would get 2 of those. So they could take the final one, and then another one, and still get them. So that's what the extras are for. So once the end game is triggered and the game is over, to figure out the winner, you would just add up all your scores. So you would take your potions and you would add up the green ribbons. It does not matter if they have been drank or not. You just flip them over and you add them up. So I have 10 points on here. Anything not completed would not be scored. You then have to add in any of these ribbons you got at 4 points each and subtract out your negatives. So that would give you your total in-game scoring. Whoever has the highest score is the winner. In the case of a tie, it says what you do is you pull marbles, and whoever gets the most marbles would win. So if there was a tie between these two players, one of these players could do this, for instance, get all these yellows, and they were really hoping for a blue to fall down so they could get a chain reaction. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this person would say, is there a way for me to get more than 5? I don't see it if there is, so maybe they're going to hope for some luck or something. Let's do this. That gives us these. And these. So again, they got 5. So we would pull again. I think you're supposed to throw these back in the top. So that way they're full. And this person is going to grab these, which makes these hit. And they got 6. And so on and so forth. And that's how you would break a tie. And that is pretty much Potion Explosion. Take another look here. Potion Explosion. So, if you like my video, please click like. Feel free to write any comments. You can follow me on Instagram at Stork Plays Games. Same as on YouTube, Stork Plays Games. So, thanks a lot.